Welcome to That's Good Sports. I am Brandon. Thank God the Broncos starters looked pretty good perna. And if you read the Windy City Tribune, you're not going to get an accurate description of what happened in this game. Their headline, Chicago Bears ruthlessly devour reeling Broncos in 24-23 humiliation. That may be the greatest headline for a one-point victory I have ever seen for a preseason or any season game, really. To be fair, the Bears got the victory because Paxton Lynch somehow looked worse against inferior competition, letting a 13-point lead slip away, and because Chase Daniel led the Bears to a victory. Chase Daniel has been in the NFL for like 30 years, so the fact that he took advantage of underage guys while they were tired makes him more of a QB predator than a hero. Let's review this game.
It's my first game ever, first time being in Denver, in fact, from Oklahoma. And that's good, Broncos!
Please subscribe to this YouTube channel, do the stupid notification thing if you're already subbed here, and this episode is sponsored by Lisa Mattress. Click the link in the description to save $160 off your mattress order. Use my promo code That's Good Sports, and yeah, I use Lisa Mattress. I sleep on it. My Lisa Mattress just arrived, so no, I'm not excited. It's already the most comfortable mattress I've slept on. I really love its vertical perch sleep feature. Look, one of the reasons I partnered with Lisa, in addition to being a great mattress, is because they are a good company. They donate one mattress to a shelter for every 10 they sell. They've donated 30,000 mattresses so far. You can try the mattress in your home for 100 nights risk-free. They always do free shipping. And if you use my promo code That's Good Sports, you'll get $160 off your mattress. That's Good Sports promo code, lisa.com/That's Good Sports. Okay, the good news is the Broncos starters looked a lot more in sync this week. Must have been the frosted tips. The bad news is, as has been the case for the 2018 NFL preseason, is we witnessed more shitty lowering the helmet penalties. This should not be a penalty and is the dumbest rule change in NFL history, since they made it illegal to stick your hands down your pants and make your opponent smell your taint fingers pre-snap. You can do it post-snap, but we all know it's not the same. It's never been the same since 1993. The Broncos offense started the game by running a fucking flea flicker for some reason. It was incomplete to Deshaun Hamilton, who was wide open, but the protection wasn't good, so the pass was incomplete. I'm glad the Broncos offense is trying to lock down those trick plays in the preseason. Instead of normal plays, they'll be running 99% of the time. Come on, Bill Musgrave. Oh yeah, you tricked the defense that the entire time the flea flicker was happening was like, are you guys serious with this? You're running this now? The Broncos defense, though, had their best series of the preseason. Brandon Marshall with the perfect diagnosis of this play, smashing Jordan Howard for a loss on the Bears' 1.5-yard line. Just a tremendous play by Marshall. That plus a Bears false start led to Mitch Trubisky taking his eye off the prize and botching the snap. The prize being his dignity, and Bradley Chubb made his first major play as a Bronco with the tackle and safety. And yeah, we can say it. Hey Trubisky, you got chubbed. You got chubbed. And Broncos take a 2-0 lead. A big reason for the Broncos starter success last night was the keys to the game. Specifically that third gym. Play until there's success. What great inspiring words of inspiration for words that have to fit into a small brownish orange box. Play until there's success. Drink until you're not thirsty. Wipe until there's no brown. Regardless, it did help Case Keenum get this first drive going. This was his first relevant throw, a crossing route to my favorite rookie wide receiver, Deshaun Hamilton. Not as pretty, but maybe more impressive was this third and short pass to Andy Manovich. Pressure in Keenum's face, and he somehow gets the ball around the defender to pick up the first down. Then the Bears got flagged for this hit because, you know, if you want to hit someone, you should have been a boxer or an MMA fighter, not a football player. My only concern with Keenum is he hasn't looked super accurate, misfiring on back-to-back passes, both too high. The first one to Sanders was way too high. Paxton Lynch was like, hey, I could have done that, and probably even higher. The announcers tried to say Keenum is throwing high because he and the receivers are still working on timing, Which makes sense, because Keenum's like, hey guys, once we lock down this timing, I swear I'll throw the ball about 15 yards less high in the air. It's just timing. The offense settled for a little gooch punch, and thanks to McManus, took a 5-0 lead for the Rockies. I will say Derek Wolfe, with his facial hair and dreadlocks poking out of the back of his helmet, kind of looks like he ate Joe Dirt and killed Paxton Lynch to become the captain of a new pirate ship. I do credit Chicago, as this is one of the best kickoffs I've ever seen. And then the Bears defender got caught screaming this.
Make a couple people miss.
Bravo. This, in my heart of hearts, is now the greatest Bears football play from start to finish in NFL history. Another accuracy example with Keenum is this throw to Courtland Sutton, which was flagged for defensive pass interference because the ball was underthrown. But I feel like Keenum should have hit Sutton in stride here for the touchdown. However, that did set up this amazing jiggle-waggle Royce Freeman touchdown run. Sure, it's a short run, but this move, this juke in the backfield to slide into the end zone like a proctologist is very promising. A goal line running back, a goal line offense, that's new in Denver, which they followed up with a 2-point conversion to Jeff Heuerman. Broncos country can breathe a sigh of red zone relief. Justin Simmons may help us forget about Aqib Talib this season. Sim, whose favorite game is The Sims. You could say he's just in to The Sims. Had a great play on the ball to pick off Trubisky. Aqib Talib would have scored a touchdown here, but still not bad, Simmons. The running game also looked better in the first half. Every carry he makes, I get a little more excited about Royce Freeman. I think he's going to be a very good number one back. I said I thought Chad Kelly would play worse. Not a lot worse, but a little worse with the high expectations and better confidence. I was wrong. He looked just as good, and he called Elon Musk to ask if he could fire this rocket to Courtland Sutton for a Denver Broncos touchdown. I also said Kelly has better arm talent than Keenum and Bridgewater in my last video, and these are the throws that I'm talking about.
Hey, are we the same person? I mean, our beards look exactly the same and we're doing the same things. I moved my hand to my chest. Oh, am I supposed to do that too? I like eating my fingernail. Yeah, seeing that makes me hungry too. Yum. One time I went to a buffet and I ate all of the fingernails there. They're good.
To start the third quarter, Phillip Lindsay continued to prove every NFL team is a fucking idiot for not drafting him. First play out of the half, a big gain, and then he carries some defenders on a 2nd and 4 for a first down. The guy is a gamer, and anyone who watched him at CU already knew that. I think the thing about Chad Kelly, though, nobody talks about, is his speed. He can move, and here he outruns the defender to make a nice pass on the sideline that may have ended Jordan Leslie's time in Denver. You gotta toe tap that sideline, Leslie. Heel taps are for dancers, not football players. You can't punt it any better than this. That would have been out on the inch-yard line, kissing that pylon. Marquette King is a bona fide weapon on this team, although he ignored my Instagram one-footed 3-punt challenge video. So follow me on Instagram at Brandon Perna and tell Marquette King to do the one-footed 3-punt challenge. Now, the guy who may outplay Jordan Leslie for one of those receiver roster spots is Tim Patrick, reeling in this contested catch. This was also noted as the play of the game by Brian Greasy. Speaking of Greasy, I hope someone takes him to the barber because he's got a real problem with good haircuts.
I just think that this is a demeaning way to treat, those are men. Those aren't boys, okay? They're not in high school and college, and to treat them like that, I just think it adds a little bit of divisiveness that you don't need.
As I mentioned, the Broncos' third-team players gave up a 23-10 lead. Paxton did not play well, but the Broncos' final drive to try and win the game, Paxton was making plays. A poorly called pass interference penalty to John Diarse really killed momentum that Lynch was building with the offense, and then Isaiah McKenzie fumbled to end the drive. The crowd booed Paxton Lynch, which I don't understand. He's already been demoted. Why rub salt and pepper on his wounds? He's not Tom Brady, for fuck's sake. And as fans, you should be less shitty. If you want to be mean, start a YouTube channel and talk shit there. That's what I did. I will give out my Iron Cock Award to Isaiah McKenzie, who took this brutal cheap shot on a fair catch. And guess what? He held onto the rock. Great hands, McKenzie. If I'm saying those words, Great hands, McKenzie. Anything is possible. So to recap my thoughts on the game, the pros, the positives. Starting offense put together a few nice drives. The defense dominated on their second series. Royce Freeman looks like he can carry the starting load. Case Keenum and Emmanuel Sanders appeared to have the kind of chemistry that would make Johnny Castle and Baby Houseman jealous. Demarcus Walker looking more like a second-round draft pick. Great middle pressure. Walker had a couple nice pass rushes during the game. The offensive line is, dare I say this, looking decent. Phillip Lindsay does everything. He runs the football. He does kick return. He does punt return. He does punt coverage. He made a freaking tackle. He's doing everything you'd want him to do to make the team, and Chad Kelly still looks good. Some of the cons, some of the negatives. After a ticky-tacky pass interference call on Isaac Yiadom, the Bears finished their third series with an easy touchdown against the Broncos starting defense. Case Keenum overthrows his receivers too much. Really want to see him lock on and be more consistent. Jeff Heuerman looked good, but he's in a contract year, and now he's going to become a hot item on the free agent market, and he'll probably go somewhere else to take more money and become a Hall of Famer. Bradley Chubb had back-to-back penalties in the second quarter, a late hit, which was a bullshit call, but then an offsides to follow that. A little more discipline from Chubb. And maybe just a little more consistency from the Broncos secondary, the depth positions there. But that's basically it for the negatives. Not a bad game for the Broncos, even though they lost. I do apologize that this video is up a little later than normal. I was attending a wedding last night. Yes, I was at 2 Chain's wedding yesterday. Okay, I wasn't there, but I was at a good friend of mine, Woody Roseland, and his wife, Mackenzie Roseland. Their reception. It was a lot of fun, and Woody, you should give Woody a follow. We make videos together on the D-League YouTube channel. Really good videos, may I add, so check him out. Thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Sports. Subscribe here on YouTube. We do a weekly podcast every Thursday on my second channel, the That's Good Broncos channel. It's on iTunes and Podbean. Guess what it's called? That's Good Sports Podcast. So give her a listen.